From beautiful Union Field in West Deptford Township, today is an Eastern Regional Senior Little League Winners Bracket game between the host West Deptford team and New Haven, Connecticut. Hi everybody, I'm Bob Shryock along with Mike Shute from Union Field in West Deptford, and an opportunity today to see the host team West Deptford play its first game of this tournament. This is a team, Mike, that's been hosting this tournament, believe it or not, for 13 years.
Yeah, they've been having the Eastern Regional Senior Little League down here in West Deptford for as you said, 13 straight years. West Deptford has accumulated the most wins of any District 15 to represent the hosts team down here at the Eastern Regional. So, a team with a chance. They're 3-0 as they enter this game tonight, Bob.
And those 6 wins, of course, by West Deptford in the tournament over the 13 years. 3 of them came last year, so they're kind of coming in on a high. They think they can do something this year.
Last year, Bob, West Deptford was a win away from getting to the Eastern Regional Final, which then puts them a win away from getting to the Little League World Series, the Senior Little League World Series, held in Bangor, Maine. And that's with these two teams here tonight, trying to take a next step towards Bangor, Maine for the Senior Little League World Series.
Unfortunately, West Deptford has lost one of its key players for this game, maybe for the tournament. He was the leadoff hitter and shortstop for this team, injured.
Yeah, Hilt played shortstop for them, was a spark plug for them, but the coaching staff assures us that they've got a guy who can step in. Alex Dawes, he's going to lead off for West Deptford tonight. He's going to be try and get the club going, get the sparks going for them, and it's going to force a new shortstop into the action, and that's Casey Havers. So he's going to move over and play short for West Deptford. So a couple adjustments, but they still have a lot of good athletes according to their coach.
This is basically the West Deptford team that comprised the West Deptford High School junior varsity this past spring. Like, they were 23-1, so this is a very confident ball club.
Absolutely, Bob, and that's one thing you need when it comes to these tournaments. You have to play with confidence, because that's really all you have. You don't know the teams you're playing. It's not like you've scouted them and got to see them a lot. The only small advantage that West Deptford has, Bob, is at least they got to see North Haven, Connecticut play last night, and North Haven didn't see West Deptford as they had a bye entering this tournament.
And they had to be impressed by what they saw in North Haven, because they annihilated their opponent.
Absolutely. North Haven with a 10-run victory last night, 14-4 over Auburn, Maine. Which of course won the state championship of Maine. So yeah, they've got a little bit of power, and they really can put some runs on the board. Dan Golden, who we're going to see as the starting pitcher tonight for North Haven, Connecticut, actually hit a home run last night, a 3-run bomb that hooked right around the foul pole down the left field line. So he's going to be a key guy, and he's also getting the nod on the mound. So we'll see a lot of Dan Golden.
Pitchers could be tested in this one, Mike, because this wind is blowing straight out.
Absolutely, Bob, and firsthand. You tested it yourself.
That's right. Okay, we got a good one coming up. West Deptford against North Haven, Connecticut after this. Mike Shute and Bob Shryock at Union Field in West Deptford. Today, West Deptford against North Haven, Connecticut in a winner's bracket game in the Eastern Regional Tournament. And Mike, this is a tournament that's been dominated the last 2 years by a South Jersey team.
And you see a lot of the Delaware Valley represented there, the tri-state area of Pennsylvania, Delaware. But yes, South Vineland, New Jersey has won the Eastern Region here in the Senior Little League Tournament each of the last 2 years. They're in it again this year. They won the state of New Jersey, so they're going to be going for the three-peat, if we could put some money in Pat Riley's pocket there. But yeah, they're looking to do it again, and they won last night, got off to a great start as they got a bye last night. Their first game will be tonight after this game, so and they will be facing off against Massapequa in New York, which won last night.
A tournament that runs through next Thursday. Of course, it's a double elimination event, and West Deptford would love to win this tournament one time. They've been the host for 13 years, Mike, and that is quite a feather in the cap of this District 15 team. Mike Mullen is the starting pitcher for West Deptford.
Mullen 1-0 in this tournament. He won the opening game, I believe it was, for West Deptford as they opened up play in District 15. Yes, and a 15-5 win over Deptford. So Mullen getting his second opportunity. And speaking with the head coach, John Havers, before the game, Bob, he said, look for a pitch count on Mullen. About 90 pitches is where they might need to replace him.
He's a right-hander, and the first pitch of the ball game is a strike called to Nate Schatzoff, the center fielder for North Haven. The home plate umpire today is Butch Haney.
Schatzoff is a 15-year-old. He was 2 for 4 last night with a run scored and an RBI. As we mentioned, North Haven tripped up Auburn, Maine to move into the second round.
Ball on the strike to Shatsoff, leadoff hitter in the ball game. Wind blowing straight out. Some long hit balls might get out of this park today. Outside and a little bit high. 2-1 to Shatsoff. Hot, humid Saturday afternoon in West Deptford, but the sun is shining and should be okay weather-wise. This one is inside and high, so it's 3-1 to Shatsoff, trying to coax a walk here to start the ball game. To strike, so full count to Shatsoff.
I think Shatsoff was taken all the way there as North Haven coach Butch Newman, Charles Butch Newman down there at third base, flashing the signs. It looked like he was taking all the way there, trying to work the walk to lead off the game.
Called strike three. Great pitch. Pitcher's pitch in the outside corner by Mullen, and he strikes out Shatsoff to lead off the ball game.
That's a great job by Frank Mullen, Bob, to battle back there. Got behind in the count, 3-1, battles back for the strikeout. So a good start for Mullen after it looked a little bit shaky there to begin with.
Jay Morales, North Haven shortstop at second. Just missing inside. 1-0 to Morales.
Morales, one of the few players on North Haven that did not get a hit last night. He was 0 for 3, but did score 2 runs as North Haven's opponent, Auburn, Maine, committed 8 errors defensively.
Little pop-up down the first base line, and it'll fall as first baseman Bill Baker gave chase. Right fielder Ryan Wolf was also in looking for it, but it falls for a foul ball strike. 1-1 to Morales.
Morales' brother Chris played here last year as North Haven, Connecticut has made a second appearance here in West Deptford in consecutive years.
2-1 count to Morales.
Incidentally, Bob, last year these two teams played against one another. West Deptford earned a 5-3 victory last year. So two teams at least have seen each other before, but obviously the faces change with the guys getting older. They move on to different leagues and different levels.
So back-to-back 3-1 counts to North Haven batters. And ball 4, so Morales walks. Becomes the first base runner of the ball game. And Todd DeFrancesco, third baseman, will bat next for North Haven.
Number 10, third baseman, Todd DeFrancesco.
Had a good night in their first game.
2 for 4 last night with 2 runs scored. Todd is a 15-year-old.
Mullen from the stretch for the first time delivers low, ball 1, 1-0 to DeFrancesco with Morales, the runner at first, and 1 out. Hit the left field, curving into foul territory. That will fall between the third baseman Dalsey and the left fielder Prince. Ball and a strike to DeFrancesco. Missing, 2-1. Todd DeFrancesco, the third hitter in the lineup for North Haven. 2-1 count, snap throw to first. Driving Morales back. Strike in the outside corner. That's the same pitch he struck out Shatsoff on. And a 2-2 count to DeFrancesco.
DeFrancesco's got some speed on the bases too. Last night he had 2 steals.
It's sharply. This could be a double play. Second baseman can't get it out of his glove. Petrowski caught the ball for out number 2, and I believe he would have had Morales at first, Mike, but he just couldn't get the ball out of his glove.
Yeah, he looked like just kind of got stuck in the webbing there. And at that point, Bob, once you kind of hesitate, you don't want to try and rush that throw and throw it away. And next thing you know, the ball goes in the dugout, runners at second or runners rounding, heading to third. So he had made it. Once he realized he couldn't make the throw, just eat the baseball, get the
Next
out,
in away
no
catcher,
harm
number
done.
13, Larry Fabianski.
So the cleanup hitter for North Haven, Larry Fabianski, bats with Morales on first, but now 2 out. Top of the first inning. Slow breaking ball misses. Ball 1 to Fabianski.
Fabianski last night 2 for 3, 2 runs scored, a couple of RBIs. He also drew a walk. 16-year-old playing behind the plate tonight for North Haven.
Ball and a strike to Fabianski. Get down to third baseline. That'll be foul. Fielded in foul territory by Alex Dalsey. Nick Dalsey, his father, in the Underwood Memorial Hospital emergency room at Woodbury. Fine doctor. Seen me in there a few times, so I know Nick. 1-2 pitch. Fouled again.
Already 20 pitches in this inning.
Yeah, and you talked about that, 90 pitch count he's working on?
Now keep in mind, of course, only 7 innings in these games, but still, when you're already, more than 2/9 of the way there, it's not good.
Good battle between Mullen and Fabianski as Fabianski fouls another back. Still 1-2 count. Catcher may have been slightly injured on the play. Nick Corrado for West Deptford. They can't afford any more injuries, Mike.
No, of course, as we mentioned in the opening for West Deptford, the regular shortstop Justin Hilt with a broken arm did that playing in Garden State League. Got banged up, so hit by a pitch actually, Bob.
Yeah, another one of their good players, Anthony Scorado, not here today. Scorado is playing in a Legion tournament upstate. 1-2 pitch. Almost hit him. 2-2.
Mullen throwing a few more breaking balls than we expected to see because according to head coach John Havers, he's pretty much a fastball pitcher, so.
Hit sharply. That'll be a base hit to left field. Fielded there by Prince, stopping at second, Morales. So Fabianski, who, as Mike indicated, was 2 for 3 in the opener, gets a solid base hit, and North Haven has a runner in scoring position. And a batter, Frank DiStefano.
First baseman, Frank DiStefano.
Plays first base for North Haven. So 2 on, 2 out, top of the first. Ball 1.
DiStefano last night 1 for 2, scored a couple of runs, also drove one in and had a walk.
Ball 2. So that pitch count beginning to climb somewhat.
24 already, Bob.
Yeah, that's a lot of pitches when you're working on a 90 pitch count, even in a 7-inning game.
And it's only 5 batters, so it's not like, you've seen North Haven send a lot of batters to the plate. They've just run a lot of deep counts.
Good pitch by Mullen. 2-1 to DiStefano. That's a good pitch for a strike. 2-2.
Big pitch here for Mullen because if he goes to 3-2, runners will be moving, and it'll be a lot easier for North Haven to score a run on a base
hit to left
hit.
center. This is going to fall for a base hit and go all the way back to the fence. 1 run scores, but they're going to hold the second runner at third base. A solid opposite field double for DiStefano, and it's 1-0 North Haven.
So North Haven strikes again, Bob. Last night, of course, they put up 6 runs in the first inning to take a 6-1 lead, and it just ran away from there. And tonight, again, they strike quickly, picking up a run on the RBI double by DiStefano.
Number 6, Dan Golden.
Here's Dan Golden, the hero of the first game, with a game-winning home run.
Well, a game-ending home run.
Game-ending, yeah. That's right, the 10-run rule, yeah.
Absolutely, yeah.
2 runners in scoring position now, and Golden looks at strike 1. So it's 1-0 North Haven, but 2 runners in scoring position. Fabianski at third. DiStefano at second base with that ringing double to left center. This one hit the left center again, falling quickly. But tracked down nicely. Good catch by John Havers, son of Coach John Havers. That saved a couple of runs. However, North Haven picks up a run in the middle of inning number 1. It's North Haven 1 and West Deptford coming to bat. We're taking... Mike Shute and Bob Shryock at Union Field in West Deptford. Bottom of inning number 1. West Deptford, the home team, when the coin flip comes to bat, and they trail North Haven, Connecticut 1-0. This is a winner's bracket game in the Eastern Regional Senior Little League Championship. Of course, the winner of this one goes to Bangor, Maine, right, Mike?
The winner of this tournament.
Right,
yeah.
Winner of this tournament, correct.
After Thursday, yeah. That's where they hold the regionals. I'm sure you could go worse places. Absolutely.
Yeah. Maine, anywhere in Maine is good at this time of year.
Beautiful.
Alex Dalsey leads off for West Deptford against the offerings of Dan Golden. A couple of right-handers going in this one. Good pitch in the inside corner by Golden. 0-1 to Dalsey.
Golden is 1-0 in this tournament for North Haven.
Pretty good fastball. It's low. Ball 1-1 to Dalsey.
Golden picked up that win in an 8-0 victory over the Ed Walsh Little League as North Haven was triumphant in the District 4 tournament up in Connecticut.
2-1 to Dalsey. And ball 3. So Dalsey will take a close look at this one.
And as we mentioned, Dalsey leading off. This is the spot normally Justin Hilt would be batting in.
Good job by Dalsey. Gets the walk to lead off for West Deptford. And Casey Havers. A couple of Havers in this contest. Casey and John, sons of the coach, John. Of course, John Havers, the coach of West Deptford, a former terrific collegiate NCAA Division III quarterback at Glasgow State College and now Rowan University.
Casey Havers.
Morristown High product as well. So Dalsey already bothering Golden a little bit at first base.
It's nice to see Bob too, a guy like that who had a lot of success as an athlete, comes back and he gives a little bit back to the community too by coaching.
Pitch catches the outside corner to Havers. 0-1. Big lead at first base by Dalsey.
Ball gets away.
Past the first baseman. Dalsey heading to second. And there'll be an error charge to the first baseman for being unable to handle the toss by Golden. So Dalsey, who really seemed to be annoying Golden, gets to second base on the error. And now West Deptford with a great opportunity to get even here in the first inning. Slow breaking ball misses. Catcher can't find it, finally picks it up. That's Larry Fabianski.
Here's the pickoff attempt. You'll see the throw is...
Took his eye off of it.
Yeah, I mean, it's right there. He just kind of tried to snap that tag down before the ball arrived.
Pop-up foul. And strike 2. Ball and 2 strikes to Havers, who plays shortstop. Then Golden wants to talk to Fabianski.
Clearly, Alex Dalsey has really caused some problems for the pitcher Dan Golden. Bob, I mean, he's been worrying about him. He obviously, tried to pick him off, threw it away. Now, a lot of times, a catcher and pitcher will be talking in this situation about, what that base runner's doing back there. Is he getting too big a lead? You don't want to give too much away there.
Havers' job here to try to move the runner to third. Missing inside. 2-2 to Havers. Golden a lot quicker than his pitching counterpart, Frank Mullen. Guessing inside full count, so Golden battling his control somewhat here in the first inning. He walked Dalsey, now goes 3-2 to Havers. Back-to-back walks. No great opportunity as West Deptford moves into the heart of its order. Ryan Wolf, the right fielder, bats with 2 on and nobody out.
Wolf, one of the veterans on this West Deptford team in terms of Little League, senior Little League tournament experience. He played last year in this tournament, along with John Havers. So a couple of guys that have some experience in the lineup, at least in this form. A lot of these kids, they'll play a lot of different levels. Bob, as we mentioned earlier, the JV team for West Deptford High School among one of those.
Good catch by Fabianski. It's way outside. 1-0 to Wolf as Golden trying to find his control, having walked the first 2 West Deptford batters. Good ball, too. Well, I think they got to make him throw a strike here, don't they, Mike?
Yeah, I mean, just the way he's struggling so far, you have to make him throw you a strike before you try and put the ball in play.
Golden steps off. 2-0 to Wolf. Dalsey and Havers, the base runners, via walks. And it's low, 3-0.
Now the base runners don't even leave the bag. The batter won't even take the bat off his shoulder. Ryan Wolf, though, last year in this regional tournament here, Bob, hit .417 for West Deptford.
4-pitch walk, and the bases are loaded on walks for Frank Mullen, the cleanup hitter. The West Deptford pitcher, what an opportunity to help his cause. So Golden off to a rocky start, to say the least, with 3 walks. He's made 15 pitches to the first 3 batters, and 12 of them balls. So a mound conference to try to settle Dan Golden down. Golden coming off that big game in North Haven's opening triumph, which included the home run that ended it with the 10. How do you like the 10-run rule, Mike?
I think it works in this form because games could just go on forever and get out of hand.
Number 8 pitcher.
On the other hand, though, if you're the team that's down, you never want to just because you're down by 10, say fold up the tents and walk off the field. You always think you have a chance, but I think more often than not it works in everyone's favor who's involved.
Ball 1 to Mullen as North Haven has brought its infield in a step or 2 all the way around.
Yeah, they're going to try and cut that runoff at the plate.
Strike on the outside corner. Good pitch by Golden. Ball on the strike to Mullen. West Deptford, the sacks loaded on walks. Nobody out, home first. Another one on the outside corner. 2 good pitches in a row by Golden. 1 and 2 to Wolf, and now Mullen. Now Mullen has to 2 and 2. That one almost got away from Fabianski. 2-2 count to Frank Mullen. And a full count. Wow. Full count pitch coming up to Mullen. Huge pitch early in the ball game there.
That's 20 pitches, 15 balls.
And no outs. 3-2 pitch. Hit to right field. This will get a run home. Way over. Good catch by the right fielder, Kresge. They'll score a run on it. But that's a nice play by the right fielder, Kresge, to save a lot more damage. Dalsey scores in the sacrifice fly by Mullen. It's a 1-1 ball game. That's a pretty good catch, Mike.
Yeah, nice job out there on the run, especially when you're playing somewhere where you haven't played before, Bob. I mean, obviously they played here last night, but these North Haven guys, most of them, it's their first trip here to West Deptford. And, to be running back towards the fence, you don't know what's back there. And, he did it with ease.
That's a good play. That's not an easy catch by Kresge, but he made it, and it saved a lot more damage. It's 1-1. John Havers, the batter. to the right side. The second baseman was off balance, but they will get the out at first. RBI ground out by Havers, and it's a 2-1 West Deptford lead. Bencher, the second baseman, makes the play to first, but West Deptford does get a run out of it. It's 2-1.
Havers drives in Havers, and that makes Havers happy. As Casey Havers scores on the John Havers ground out, and the head coach, John Havers, takes the 2-1 lead.
Ball one to Nick Corrado. On the play, Ryan Wolf advances to second base. Corrado will try to deliver him. 2-0. So West Deptford battles back in the home first to take the lead. Good stop by Fabianski, but a 3-0 count to Corrado. So Golden still fighting his control. Ball four, another 4-pitch walk, so Corrado takes the walk. That is 4 walks issued by Golden in the first inning. Not the kind of start he wanted to have.
Absolutely not.
First base, we have
West Deptford will bring in each inning the team can use a special pinch runner, Bob, and that's what West Deptford's going to do now. They're going to bring in a special pinch runner, number 7 on the West Deptford lineup. He's going to come out there and replace Nick Corrado. Number 7, Mike Zerbzer, going to go out there, and he will be the special pinch runner. As I mentioned, you can use one every inning, but it has to be a player who hasn't entered the game yet.
Well, okay. Phil Prince, the batter, plays left field for West Deptford. He has an opportunity to get West Deptford some more. Takes a strike. Ball and a strike to Prince. Wolf on second. Corrado on first. 2 outs, 2 in. And West Deptford leading 2-1. Nice strike on the outside corner. 1-2 count to Prince.
According to Coach Havers, Prince, we could see him on the mound later on in this game if they need to go to him. He's the number 2 guy today.
Now they got him in a rundown. They got Wolf on a rundown. And they'll tag him out, I think, yes. So a rundown nails Wolf trying to get back to second base. That ends the inning. West Deptford does score 2. And after 1 full inning at Union Field in West Deptford, it's West Deptford 2 and North Haven, Connecticut 1. Second inning baseball in the Eastern Regional Tournament. Mike Shute, Bob Shryock from Union Field in West Deptford. Dave Kresge leads off for North Haven in inning number 2 against Frank Mullen. West Deptford 2-1 lead. Too low, ball 1 to Kresge. Kresge made a nice play in right field for North Haven to save what could have been a lot more damage on that bases loaded hit over his head. It's a strike. Ball and a strike to Kresge.
Kresge last night in the North Haven victory, 2 for 3, 2 runs scored, 2 RBIs. He also pitched the last 2 innings of the game.
Pretty good night. Foul at the plate, ball and 2 strikes to Kresge.
On the mound, he allowed no runs, 3 hits, struck out 1, and also gave up a walk. So a nice night all around for the 15-year-old right fielder today.
Missing inside, 2-2 count to Kresge. Mullen tagged for a couple of hits in the first inning. Stefano's double brought in the run.
Also 29 pitches in that first inning, Bob.
Bouncer to shortstop, glove-handed, nice pickup, and a good play at first. That's a good play by the shortstop, Casey Havers, to Baker for the 6-3 out on Kresge.
Yeah, that play, you can't sit back and wait for that ball to come to you. You've got to charge and get to it, because with that grass, it's going to slow down. Give that runner a little bit extra time. It wasn't a real close play, but give credit to Havers for not allowing it to be so.
Tim Brenchen, the batter. 1 out in the North Haven second. The ball, 1-0 to Brencher, plays second base for the visitors from Connecticut. They hope to be here till Thursday because that's when the championship game will be played. It's a strike. Brencher didn't think so. Ball and a strike.
Brencher was the winning pitcher last night, going 4 innings, allowing 4 hits and 1 walk.
Pop-up. Somebody should have this one. Second baseman Colesworth, Petrowski, and makes the easy catch for out number 2.
And this is the kind of inning, as your coach John Havers wants to see from Mullen. Right now, just 8 pitches,
Number 9,
and he wants to have Mullen get an easy one in here.
Jordan Diana, the left fielder for North Haven, with 2 outs in the second. Ball, 1 inside.
Diana did not start last night, but came into the game as a pinch hitter and remained in the game in left field. He went 1 for 2 and scored a run.
Outside corner for a strike. Ball and a strike to Diana. Swing and a miss, strike 2. 1-2. Mullen with much better command of his pitches here in the second inning.
Got a little help there, I think, as Diana chased one that might have been up in the strike zone or out of the strike zone, high. But that high heat's tough to lay off.
Almost. It did hit him. Yeah, he got hit by the pitch. So Diana, a 2-out base runner on the hit by pitch. Mullen had him buried in the count 1-2, then hit him. Didn't want to do that because that gets North Haven to the top of its lineup. Nate Schatzoff struck out to lead off the ball game.
Oh for 1 tonight, 2 for 5 so far in the Eastern Regional.
Home plate umpire Butch Haney really giving that outside corner strike to both pitchers. Very consistent. 0-1 to Schatzoff. Quick throw to first baseman Baker by Mullen. Keeping Diana close. Ball on a strike to Schatzoff. Bounce to Havers. Hit short, long throw, excellent throw, good play, 2 good plays in the inning by Casey Havers at shortstop. Fires to Baker for the out on Schatzoff, so North Haven retired without a run in the second. Middle of inning number 2. It's West Deptford 2 and North Haven 1. We'll be back. West Deptford 2, North Haven 1. West Deptford batting in the home second inning at Union Field, and the batter is Bill Prince against the offerings of Dan Golden, who walked 4 in the first inning, and 2 of them turned into runs. It's strike 1 to Prince. Prince was at bat in the first inning when Ryan Wolf was caught in a rundown between second and third. One and 1 count to Prince, who plays left field for West Deptford.
Dan Golden now at 31 pitches in the ballgame, had 29 in the first inning. So both pitchers have thrown a lot of pitches in the early going.
Breaking ball handcuffed Prince. It's 1-2. Swung on a missed strike 3. That's the first strikeout for Golden, and that's good news for North Haven, and he seems to have recaptured his control.
Both pitchers starting out in similar fashions, struggling in the first and then getting that first out here in the second inning.
Bill Baker.
Bill Baker, the batter for West Deptford. Fouled behind the plate. 0-1. So Golden doing what he did not do in the first inning. That's getting ahead of the hitters.
Baker, 15-year-old, the last of 4 left-handed hitters to go through this West Deptford lineup.
Ball on a strike to Baker. Two and one. West Deptford managed to manufacture its 2 first-inning runs without the benefit of a base hit. It's a strike on the outside corner. Count is 2-2 to Bill Baker. Swung on and missed strike 3, so Golden with back-to-back strikeouts to begin inning number 2 after that struggling first inning.
Second baseman, number 6, Eric Petrosky.
Eric Petrosky, the batter for West Deptford. Number 9-hole hitter. 2 out, nobody on for the host team, West Deptford, in this Eastern Regional Tournament. It's a strike. Doesn't look like the same pitcher, does it, Mike?
Absolutely not. It's an imposter, Bob. Maybe the first inning he was an imposter. Struggled. Maybe a little bit nervous. A big game, really.
Strike 2. Probably knew he was going to be on Comcast in Woodbury.
He's absolutely settled down, though. Has pitched ahead of all the batters in this inning so far.
Ball on a strike to Petrosky. Petrosky almost committed. Golden trying to strike out the side here in the second inning. Foul back against the screen.
And that would be quite a feat considering he walked 4 in the first inning.
Yeah.
Maybe he was effectively wild in the first inning.
Effectively wild, that's well put.
Getting the rest of the West Deptford batters a little bit not wanting to dig in up there.
Foul back, good job by Petrosky for staying alive. Called strike 3. What an inning by Golden after that rocky first. He strikes out the side after 2 full innings from Union Field in West Deptford. It's West Deptford 2 and New Haven 1. West Deptford 2, North Haven, Connecticut 1 as we come to the 3rd inning. And Jay Morales leads off for North Haven against Mike Mullen and takes ball 1. Ball 1 to Mullen, who walked and scored the only North Haven run in the first inning on the 2-out double by Frank DiStefano. Ball on a strike to Morales. Bounced out in front of the plate.
Actually, it looked like it hit his foot, and the umpire didn't see it. They're going to call him out.
Wow.
He's still questioning it. He's standing between home and first, looking at both umpires, saying, "Hey, didn't you see that?" We'll get another good look at it, as our Comcast Channel 43 cameramen surely are all over this. You can see it just changed direction after it hit off the bat. It absolutely hit his left foot.
Number 10, third baseman, Todd DeFrancesco.
But Morales is retired on a throw from Mullen to Baker with 1. That makes 1 down here in the 3rd inning. Todd DeFrancesco, the batter, lined to second base his first time up. He hits a long way. Wow, he turned on that ball way foul. But he really turned on that one.
I just have to look at that as nothing but a long strike from Mullins. From Mullins' standpoint, he has to say, "Hey, look, got that one up a little bit, but lucky to just make it a long strike."
1 out in the 3rd inning. This one fouled down the right field line, and that should get out of play, and does. So it's 0-2 to DeFrancesco. 2-1 lead West Deptford. They scored both runs in the first without benefit of a base hit. As a matter of fact, West Deptford still doesn't have a hit but leads in the game. Bounce to third. Easy play for Dalsey. Bit of a high throw. And safe on the play is DeFrancesco. That'll be an error on third baseman Alec Dalsey.
Tough luck there for West Deptford as Dalsey made the play. Just kind of threw it a little bit up the line. Baker had to go get it and couldn't get back to the bag in time. But obviously, first thing you want to do as a first baseman, get that ball first, keep it in front of you. You don't want to give up the extra base. And that's what Baker did there. Go and get it and then try to go back and make the play. Get another look at it here. Dalsey fields it clean, pumps once and just fires across. And if you look, it looked like maybe his left, and then you see the runner's clearly safe as Baker tried to swipe at the bag with his glove. But it looked like Dalsey's left foot slipped a little bit in front of him as he went to make that throw. Maybe that caused him to sail it a little bit high.
Ball 1 to Larry Fabianski, who singled in the first inning. Good stop by Corrado. 2-0 to Fabianski. Pop up, straight up in the air, back towards us. And there was a play by Corrado, but he's unable to come up with it as the ball kind of came back on him.
And the way that wind's blowing, Bob, as you mentioned in the pregame, it's blowing straight out. So that ball was coming back towards us. The wind pushed it back towards the field, and that's why it caused Nick Corrado some problems back there.
Guess they're just calling it a strike, no error. 2-1. Missing inside. 3-1 to Fabianski. DeFrancesco on first base, 1 out in the North Haven third inning. Running on the play is DeFrancesco, but it's a moot point because Fabianski walks, and North Haven has runners on first and second with 1 out in the third for Frank DiStefano, who has the big hit in the ball game so far, an opposite field double that plated Morales with the only North Haven run.
First base is number 7, Ray Shardello.
Number 7, Ray Shardello comes in as the courtesy runner at first base for Larry Fabianski.
Pitch into left center field again. This is going to fall for a base hit, and this one's going to go back to the fence. An instant replay. And they're going to try to, now they're going to hold up the second runner, but another opposite field double by DiStefano delivers DeFrancesco with the tying run. And on the play, Fabianski goes to third. It's a 2-2 ball game, and DiStefano having himself quite a game, Mike.
Absolutely, 2 doubles both times, Bob. Nice job of going with the pitch, just hitting it right back from where it came. That ball's a little bit outside. He just served it out there in the left field, got all the way back to the fence. And of course, center fielder John Havers, that ball coming off the bat of a left-handed hitter, it's going to slice away from him towards left field, and that's why he wasn't able to catch either one of those.
Infield in. Runners at second and third. 1 out, a run in, 2-2 ball game. And a big chance for Dan Golden to aid his own cause here.
Now, last night for North Haven, they scored 5 unearned runs in the first inning in taking a 6-1 lead. So, they scored 5 unearned runs last night. So they took advantage when their opponent committed some errors last night, and as they did, Auburn Maine did commit 8 errors last night. So, errors here could come back to haunt West Deptford as they committed 1 already this inning.
Ball on a strike to Golden. Foul at the plate, ball and 2 strikes, and Mullen could really use a strikeout here with runners in second and third and 1 out. 2-2 ball game. Both runs by North Haven delivered on doubles by DiStefano. Big spot in the ball game for Mullen. Swung on a missed right 3. What a big strikeout by Frank Mullen. Getting a good hitter, Golden. That's 2 outs. Now the infield can back up to normal position.
Number 2, right fielder Dave Kresge.
And Dave Kresge, the batter, grounded out his first time up. Big strikeout by Mullen. Only his second of the game. Sliced foul. Out of play. 0-1 to Kresge. Bounce to shortstop. Havers fields it cleanly and dug out nicely by Baker. Good play by Baker. The 6-3 play retires Kresge.
It's 50-50 time.
North Haven does score a run, however, and in the middle of the 3rd inning, it's West Deptford 2 and North Haven 2. We'll be back. Big ball game. West Deptford 2 and North Haven, Connecticut 2. This is a winner's bracket game in the Eastern Regional Senior Little League Championship. Mike Shute and Bob Shryock from Union Field in West Deptford. And Alex Dalsey, the leadoff hitter for West Deptford, takes ball 1 from Dan Golden. Dalsey walked and scored the first West Deptford run in the 1st inning.
And of course, he of course, as you said, Bob, led off the game, and he got that walk and kind of caused caused Golden some problems.
Clean base hit into right field by Dalsey. That is the first hit of the contest by West Deptford. Dalsey is a base runner for the 2nd time. Good leadoff hitters get on, and that's what Dalsey's done twice.
And as I was mentioning, he caused problems for the pitcher, Dan Golden, in the 1st inning. He was getting a good lead. Golden was worried about him. Golden wound up throwing the ball away at first base. Actually, the first baseman had a little trouble handling it, but it moved Dalsey to 2nd, and that kind of set the tone for the inning for West Deptford. See, now he got aboard again. See if West Deptford can take advantage again.
Inside to Casey Havers, who also walked and also scored in the 1st inning.
Havers has done a nice job defensively today for West Deptford.
Yes. Hit sharply in the right center field. That's well back there. Good hit. Boy, that's going to the fence. Dalsey heading to 3rd and stopping at 2nd with a double is Havers, and that was rocketed in the right center field. West Deptford with a 2nd and 3rd no-out situation. At top of the lineup, Dalsey and Havers really doing the job.
These guys getting it done. Both have reached already once. Now both reached in the 1st inning on walks. Now both in the 2nd and the 3rd inning here on hits. Setting the table for that meat of the order.
Ryan Wolf bats. He also walked in the 1st inning. The first 3 West Deptford hitters walked. 2nd and 3rd, the infield inside. The shortstop is well in on the grass. The 2nd baseman is back, however.
That was the 50th pitch of the ball game for Dan Golden.
It's a strike. Ball and a strike to Wolf. Good job by Dalsey and Havers. Both on twice so far. It is shortstop, and it handcuffs the shortstop. He can't pick it up, and the run will score. So Wolf safe on the shortstop's error. On the play, Dalsey scores, and it's a 3-2 West Deptford lead. On the play, Havers stays at 2nd.
And a little tough luck there for the shortstop Morales. It looked like that ball took a little bit of a funny hop on him. It went down low, below his glove. Maybe there's a sprinkler head down there or something, I don't know, but it looked like it took a little bit of a crazy bounce on him.
Nice play by Fabianski. That ball almost got past him, would advance the runners to 2nd and 3rd, but the scorers say that there's no RBI in the play. I have to confer with them after the inning on that one.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Because the runner was moving from 3rd, so you can't anticipate. I don't believe that he would have been thrown out at home. It's a strike. Mullen with that long sacrifice fly to right field in the 1st inning. It's a strike. 1-2 to Mullen.
Mullen with an opportunity to help himself here, as he did in the first inning with that sacrifice fly.
Nobody out. Run in. The ball. 2-2 to Mullen. Big opportunity for West Deptford. They lead it 3-2. Nobody out here in the third. Down the first base line. First baseman keeps in front of him. Good job by Frank DiStefano. He gets the out of Mullen at first base. On the play, the runners do advance. So Mullen does the job. He gets the runners to move up.
Absolutely. Both times at bat for Mullen, he's been able to do the job. The sacrifice fly in the first, and now this time at least moving the runners. At minimum, that's what you want your batter to do there in that situation.
John Havers, the batter, he grounded out, was credited with an RBI on the ground ball, his first time up. And again, the North Haven infield comes in.
Interesting, though, the first baseman actually playing back behind the bag. Now he comes up. Looks like he didn't get the memo, and now the coach let him know, hey, let's get up here on the grass.
Outside to Havers, ball one. So Golden has had kind of a strange game. He had a very rocky first inning, then had 3 strikeouts in the second, and is having problems here again in the third. Fouled back. Ball and a strike to John Havers.
Havers, one of the handful of players from West Deptford that played here in this Eastern Regional last year. Hit 100 last year in the Eastern Regional. Now a year older, a little bit more experience. Looking for big things from him here in this at-bat.
Casey Havers on third, Ryan Wolf on second, 1 out. West Deptford has recaptured the lead, 3-2 here in the third. Inside corner, and John Havers not agreeing with that call. 1-2 to Havers in a situation where Golden really wants to strike out. Hit to the left side and gets past the infielders. 2 runs are going to score in the play. It's going to be a base hit all the way. And sliding in is Ryan Wolf, so that'll be an opposite field single by Havers, which got between the third baseman DeFrancesco, the third baseman, and the shortstop Morales, and it'll be a 2-run single by Havers. 5-2 West Deptford.
Well, that's one of those classic examples, Bob, of where having the infield in this case, kind of backfired against North Haven, because had the third baseman been back at normal depth, he fields that pretty easily and probably gets the out at first. Maybe only 1 run scores.
There's a base hit credited to Havers, 2-run single. And it's 5-2 West Deptford. It's a ball to Nick Corrado. The scoreboard, just changed it to 5. It is 5-2. 3 runs in the inning. And the host team, West Deptford, up 5-2.
It's still only 1 out.
Tough inning for Golden. Seeing eye single opposite way by Havers, and a big hit. Hit sharply, that'll be a base hit. Chatsoff tracking it down in center. Stopping at second base is John Havers. Corrado with a solid single, and West Deptford having a big third inning.
I'll tell you what, after running through the entire lineup without getting any hits, Bob, West Deptford's bats have exploded here in the third. 4 hits in the inning.
No, you're not doing it. You're going to use the pinch hitter instead. Wait a minute. 7's going to pinch hit.
Got a pinch hitter coming up to the plate.
Zerbser.
No pinch runner.
Number 7, Mike Zerbser.
So Zerbser bats for
Now
Prince.
batting pinch hitter, Mike Zerbser.
It's a ball.
Zerbser was squared around the bunt there, Bob, so perhaps Zerbser is a very good bunter, and they want to try and move these 2 runners up in a little bit better position to score. And at the same time, here's a pickoff attempt.
And it's a stand-up steal by Havers, who gets to third base, and Fabianski had a little bit of trouble, kind of double pumped on that one.
Seemed like almost a delayed kind of steal, Bob.
Yeah, he got there without a slide. So now Zerbsker can get the run. And now the infield stays back. I don't understand this. They've been having up all the time. Running on this play was Corrado. They're keeping the infield back. They're already trailing by 3. How do you figure that one, Mike?
Well, I guess how it didn't work in their favor last time. They figured, well, let's stay back and see what happens. Now on this occasion.
1-2 to Zerbser. West Deptford with 3 runs across here in the third, a chance to get some more. Hit sharply in the left field. That'll be a base hit. Easily scoring on the play, Havers. RBI pinch single by Zerbser. A 4-run West Deptford inning, and they lead it 6-2. Nice job by Coach Havers picking the pinch hitter in the right spot there.
And you see that happen often too, Bob, where the batter is at the plate, gonna sacrifice bunt, gets to be 2 strikes. Next thing you know, he gets a hit, driving in a run.
Thank you.
So West Deptford has sent 8 men to the plate here in the third inning. They've scored 4 times, still have 2 runners on base.
Delay in the game there as they sent a runner over, a West Deptford player went over to coach first base. They had nobody over there.
That would be the first baseman, Bill Baker.
Yes, who is now being pinch hit for by number
Bob
5,
Becker.
Bob Becker.
He shows bunt and bunts to it for a strike. This is messing up my scorebook.
I'll say.
So Becker for Baker, who's coaching first base. How do you figure that?
One attempt fouled off that time. And of course, in Little League, Bob, they have to get all the players into the game to try. Everyone gets an opportunity to play. So, Coach John Havers taking a good chance here of, his team grabs the lead, get a couple batters to the plate here.
And Becker swings to it for a strike, and he is a strikeout victim for the second out of the inning. And now Eric Petrowski bats. He struck out in the second. Still 2 runners on, Corrado and the pinch runner Zerbser, or pinch hitter. It's a strike to Petrowski. Zerbser with a big base hit in this inning to deliver a run. Ball and a strike to Petrowski.
Petrowski struck out in his first at bat, but really battled up there. Fouled a couple of pitches off with 2 strikes against him before going down. So he'll work, make the pitcher work.
2-1. West Deptford has batted around here in the third inning. Three and one. So.
And this will be the 75th pitch of the game for
Golden.
Dan
May
Golden.
not be much longer for this contest if he walks Petrowski.
Yeah, this will be the 75th pitch of the contest for Golden. So you're probably right, Bob. He can't have too much more left in the tank.
Checks it now. He's committed. Full count to Petrowski. Runners will be off. Called strike 3. Good job by Golden. He needed that one in a big way. However, a huge third inning for West Deptford. They score 4 times. We've completed 3 innings. And it's West Deptford 6, North Haven, Connecticut 2. Mike Shute and Bob Shryock at West Deptford's Union Field. It's 4th inning baseball. North Haven bats. Tim Brencher faces Frank Mullen and takes ball 1. West Deptford's 6-2 lead now after a 4-run third inning. To strike, ball and a strike to Brencher. 0 for 1 on the day. Foul at the plate, 1-2. It's a 2-2 count now to Tim Brencher. Getting overcast. A threat of storms in the area. Called strike 3. Great pitch in the inside corner by Mullen. That's out number 1 here in the 4th inning.
Number 9, left fielder Jordan Diana.
Jordan Diana, the batter, was hit by a pitch his only other time at bat. One and 0. Hit the third. The baseman keeps it in front of him, makes a strong throw. Baker can't handle it, and heading to second base will be Diana. That'll be an error in the third baseman, Dalsey. Dalsey made a good stop, good job keeping the ball in front of him, but a tough throw for Baker to handle.
And he didn't come up with it clean, so he had to hurry the throw. And Diana, with good speed, forced the issue and forced the ball in the dirt. And as you said, Baker just couldn't pull it out like he did in the to end the previous inning.
New base runner at second, Raymond Cardiello for North Haven. Schatzoff, top of the order for North Haven. Schatzoff is 0 for 2. It's sharply up the middle. That'll be a base hit. And a good job by center fielder John Havers. It'll be a first and third situation as Diana stops at third. But Schatzoff with his first hit of the ball game. And North Haven with an opportunity here to get some of those runs back.
Number 8,
they trail at 6-2.
And a smart move there by North Haven head coach Butch Newman over there, keeping his runner at third. Nobody needs to be a hero right now. They got to just kind of claw their way back. No need to get thrown out at the plate in this stage of the game.
Running on the play, Schatzoff. They have him in a rundown. How did this happen? Wow. Come home. Oh boy, West Deptford muffed the play. North Haven made a mistake and is going to get out of it. Now opportunity at third. They get him at third. All kind of mistakes in that play. Mike, I'm glad you're here to recap that one, because you ever see so many base running mistakes in one play?
That was one of those wild plays where you try. Obviously, what North Haven was trying to do was get a run in that situation, and both teams kind of got what they wanted. You see the indecision there on Petrowski's face. Didn't know what to do, and then he realized the runner's already breaking to the plate. A good throw may have gotten him at the plate, but he bounced it. Then, of course, good job by Corrado to track that ball down. Got a favorable bounce off the backstop. Quick throw to third, and a nice job on the tag by Dalsey as he swept across. As the runner also did a nice job trying to go to the outside of the bag, but Dalsey was quick enough with the tag to get it on him for the out.
Nice job, Mike.
I don't know what just happened.
Good stoppage, short. Boy, that's play of the game right there by Casey Havers. Excellent play.
Outstanding job there, but here's the quick tag by Dalsey. You see he gets it down, and the mistake by the runner, well, really he didn't make a mistake. He got in there, a close play at third, may have got in there, but what he did was, you see he went for the bag with his hand that was out actually towards left field. His right hand on the slide was out towards left field, and he brought that around his body and tried to get the bag, when maybe if he used his left hand, he gets in there and he's safe.
Well, an odd inning to say the least. North Haven does get a run, so after 3.5, it's 6-3 West Deptford. 6-3 West Deptford as we go to the home half of the 4th inning. Alex Dalsey, who's had a good ball game, takes a strike. from Dan Golan, still in there. Dalsey is 1 for 1 with a walk and a base hit, 2 runs scored. Ball on a strike. That was a bizarre top of the 4th inning. North Haven ran itself out of what could have been a better inning, Mike.
Oh, absolutely. But, I mean, they got what they wanted. They got that run. That's what they were trying to do, I think, with that steal. It was get the run home. And they were going to give up the out for the run. But then it just got ugly.
I know you recapped that, but you got the catcher had, what, 2 assists on the same play?
I mean, he threw to second. The second baseman then throws it back to him, gets away. Catcher goes and tracks it down again. Then he throws the third and gets the out.
That's right.
So I guess it was 2-4-2-5.
It's a continuous play. He's got to get 2 assists.
Yeah. And now you've got.
I don't know if I ever saw a catcher get 2 assists on one play.
He was busy. That's for sure. Now Dalsey, he's got a cut on his elbow there, so they're going to stop play and clean that up.
That's Coach John Havers working with Dalsey. Nice guy, John Havers. And he was a terrific quarterback at Glassboro State College, also known as Rowan
College, then Rowan University. And I think they're going to stop there for now.
You know, if you had $100 million, Mike, you could have a school named after you, too.
That wouldn't be the only thing named after me, Bob. I'll tell you that.
So Dalsey strikes out. That's 1 down. And Casey Havers back.
Number 12, shortstop, Casey Havers.
Havers 1 for 1 with 2 runs scored.
You know, for as big an inning as West Deptford had last inning, scoring 4 runs, there's by no means running away with this game. It's still 6-3 ball game.
Brencher with a soft throw, easy throw to D. Stefano for the easy out on Havers. So Golden having another one of those good innings. He's only had, of course, at second inning he struck out the side with nobody getting on base, but otherwise he struggled.
He entered this inning with 76 pitches, 40 strikes,
Right
36 balls.
Ryan Wolf.
Now he's up 81 pitches, actually, at this point.
Ryan Wolf is 0 for 1, has scored a run. Gets at the first base. Easy little pop-up for out number 3. So a good inning this time by Dan Golden as West Deptford has retired 1, 2, 3. We played 4, and it's West Deptford 6, North Haven, Connecticut 3. Some of the fans at Union Field taking in this game. It was sunshine when we started, but it's very overcast now. DeFrancesco hits it right back to Mullen. Easy play. The toss to Baker for out number 1, starting the North Haven 5th inning. And the batter will be Larry Fabianski, who is 1 for 1, a base hit and a walk.
Number 13, catcher, Larry Fabianski.
Mullen has given up runs in the 1st, 3rd, and 4th innings, but basically has pitched well. This is hit to left field and hit a long way by Fabianski, way back, and it is out of here. It's a home run by Fabianski to left field, and we talked about the wind blowing out, but I don't think he needed much help with that one. Drilled by Fabianski, solo home run. It's a 6-4 ball game.
Now you could tell on the crack of the bat that thing really was juiced, and Fabianski put some pop in that one. So he's 2 for 2 now with a single and a home run, and it makes it a two-run game, Bob. And like I was saying last inning, it looked like West Deptford's offense that inning just kind of came to the plate like, hey, we won this game already, and they got to realize this might be a good wake-up call for them, that, hey, this game's not over yet. Just because they scored 4 runs in the 3rd inning, you know, this North Haven team didn't come all the way down from Connecticut to watch West Deptford roll all over them.
1-0 count to Frank DiStefano, who's got 2 left field. Look where the outfield is playing DiStefano after where he's hit the ball the first 2 times. This one's hit straight up in the air in the same spot in left center field, but this one is hanging and will be tracked down by John Havers for out number. He has hit all 3 balls in basically the same spot.
Yeah, that one, though, just not the of-the-line drive variety like the other 2. But you saw, again, that ball was popped up, and Havers had to track towards left field to get it. Again, that ball coming off the bat of the left-handed hitting DeStefano is going to, naturally kind of shade towards left field, and that's what happened there.
Dan Golden is 0 for 2. Fly ball to center field and a strikeout. 2 outs, a run in on Fabianski's long home run. 6-4 ball game. Hit sharply. That'll be a base hit down the left field line. The new left fielder tracking it down. That's foul ball.
Held to a single.
Oh.
Number 2, right field.
Fortunately for West Deptford, good job out there by Bill Prinz to track it down.
This one is hit up the middle. That'll be a base hit by Kresge. Golden heading to third, and he'll get there easily. Oh, they might have the runner. He got him. Another base running mistake. What a mistake by Kresge. After he gets the base hit, he's gunned down at first base for the 3rd out of the inning. Wow. But North Haven scores a run on Fabianski's home run. We've played 4.5 innings, and it's 6-4, West Deptford leading. Mike Mullen leading off for West Deptford in the 5th inning. Mullen is 0 for 1 with a sacrifice fly. Mike Shute and Bob Shryock bringing you Eastern Regional Winners Bracket action from Union Field. 2-0 to Mullen. North Haven is pecking away with runs, single runs in 4 different innings. West Deptford has bunched its runs, 2 in the 1st and 4 in the 3rd. Fouled back out of play. 2-1 to Mullen.
And if things follow the pattern the way they've gone, Bob, West Deptford's due for a couple more runs this inning because the pitcher, Dan Golden, who now has thrown 85 pitches, he struggled in the 1st, did a great job in the 2nd, struggled in the 3rd, did a nice job in the 4th. So
definitely a pattern, you're right.
See if it holds up.
It is looking a mite ominous. Nice sunlit day when we started, but it's very overcast now. It's a strike. 2-2 count to Mullen.
86 pitches, 47 strikes, 39 balls for Golden.
Ball 2, or ball 3. Full count to Mullen.
Mullen's done a nice job on the mound, too, in his 5 innings, allowing 7 hits, 3 strikeouts. Now trying to get it going with the bat.
Called strike 3. Mullen doesn't like it particularly. So Mullen strikes out.
7th strikeout of the game for Dan Golden.
John Haber's bats had an RBI and a ground out in the 1st inning. Also figured in the 4-run 3rd inning with a base hit and a run scored.
Number 13.
And an RBI.
Catcher Nick Corrado. Check that.
It's John Haber.
Center fielder John Haber.
John Haber's the batter. 6-4 West Deptford. We're in the home 5th inning. 7-inning games.
Habers has provided some of the punch today with most of the punch today with 3 RBIs. An RBI, a 2-run single in the 3rd, and an RBI ground out in the 1st.
That's right. He's got 3 runs batted in. You're right. 0-2 count to Havers. 1 out. 5th inning. Just missing. 1-2. Whew, just missing. 2-2. Full count to John Havers. Fouled at the plate. It's a tight one. West Deptford with a 6-4 lead, 5th inning. Trying to advance in the winner's bracket. All 4. Havers walks with 1 out, and believe it or not, Mike, that's the first walk issued by Golden since the 1st inning.
When he allowed 4, so he really kind of settled down, but allowed quite a few hits in that 3rd inning. That is where West Deptford broke it open, and fortunately for them, that's how they built the lead.
Nick Corrado is 1 for 1, a walk and a base hit.
By the way, good at bat there by John Havers. He was down in the count and worked his way back to draw the walk, so nice job there of making Golden work. Golden now closing in on 100 pitches, Bob.
And only in the 5th inning. The center fielder will be caught out there easily by Shatzoff for out number 2.
That is the 96th pitch for Dan Golden.
So 2 outs. Catcher somehow the catcher got injured on that play. Larry Fabianski, who hit the home run in the top of this inning, is injured. Didn't see what happened, did you, Mike?
No, maybe it was the bat coming back. Looks like he's pointing at his left upper arm, which of course it's his catching arm. So maybe something happened there where the bat came back. Actually, the runner was going on the pitch, Bob, so maybe Fabianski kind of started to lurch forward a little bit, and somewhere along the way either got hit with the bat as it was coming back. We'll get another look at it. See if take a close look at the bat and watch the catcher. He's probably going to be popping up a little bit. Yeah, see?
Yeah.
You could see he was coming out of his crouch, and the bat came around as the swing followed through of Corrado. Looks like he's all right, though.
They'd like to keep his bat in the lineup.
Absolutely.
2 for 2 with a walk on the home run.
The whole North Haven coaching staff comes out to check on him. John Haver, the head coach is Charles Newman, assistant coach Dave Golden, and the other assistant coach is Paul Newman. No, not that Paul Newman.
Not
Bob.
that Paul. Doesn't he hang out in Connecticut?
He does.
Batter is Bill Prince. Started the game, struck out his only other bat, then was pinch hit for by Zerbser, who got a single. So there's 2 outs. And John Havers on first base. West Deptford with a 6-4 lead, home 5th. Ball gets past Fabianski. Heading to second base will be Havers, and probably will be called a wild pitch.
Now Havers in scoring position for Prinz.
Could be a big run. They'd like to pick this one up.
Prinz looking for his first hit of the game. As Zerbser would pinch hit for him back in the 3rd, and then Prinz re-entered in the 4th.
Foul at the plate by Prinz, who struck out in the 2nd inning when Golden fanned the side. One count. Good stop by Fabianski. 2-1.
That was the 100th pitch of the ball game for Dan Golden as we're trying to get through the 5th inning here. So a lot of pitches being thrown by that young man.
That's a strike. 2-2 count to Prince. Hit the right field, right to right fielder Dave Kresge for the easy out on Prince, and the 3rd out of the inning. So West Deptford retired without a run in the 5th. We played 5 full innings from Union Field in West Deptford. West Deptford 6 and North Haven, Connecticut 4. Mike Shute and Bob Shryock from Union Field in West Deptford. 6th inning action, North Haven, Connecticut at bat. They trail West Deptford 6-4. It's winner's bracket game. Frank Mullen's still in there pitching for West Deptford. We have a pinch hitter for North Haven. Batting for Brencher is Raymond Cardiello. Takes strike 1, 1-1.
And Mullen at about 75 pitches now. And of course, you mentioned at the beginning that Coach Haver said he was going to be looking for 90 pitches. Is about the number, the magic number where Mullen might have to come out of the game. So he's right on track right now to at least get through the 6th.
Out at the plate by Cardiello. It's still 1-2. North Haven with runs in the 1st, 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Single runs. West Deptford has bunched its runs. 2 in the 1st, 3 in the 4 in the 4th. 4 in the 3rd, excuse me. But Golden has settled down with goose eggs in the last 2 innings. Called strike 3. Good pitch by Mullen and a big strikeout.
And a good way to start the inning, getting that first batter out. And Mullen's been able to do that now in the 4th, 5th, and 6th. Third. Actually, in the ever since the 1st inning, he's been able to get he's gotten the first batter out every inning. But they struggled in that 1st inning with control. Was his problem. But he's been able to keep the first batter off base, and that's really been a big key.
Ball 1 to Josh Ganamasso, who went into play left field for Diana. His first at bat. To shortstop. Takes a tough hop. I don't know, they might have to call that a single. That never came up on Havers, did it? That'll be a base hit for Ganamasso. Never came up.
And that's the same hop that kind of came back to bite the North Haven shortstop Jay Morales, who had a similar ball like that, but it was hit right at him. And that, of course, was scored an error back in the big 4-run 3rd inning that West Deptford put together. Same kind of thing where it hits something and just stays down instead of coming up on that true hop.
Nate Schatzoff, the batter. Nate is 1 for 3, base hit his last time up. 1 on, 1 out. Schatzoff hits it into left field for a base hit. Ganamasso stops at 2nd, so North Haven down by 2. There's a threat going here in the 6th with the top of the order. Morales DeFrancesco next.
And North Haven's smart, 1 base at a time now. That's what they have to do as they trail by 2 runs here late in the ball game. Senior Little League ball game, 7 innings. Bob normally played, so we are in the 6th.
Jay Morales 0 for 2. To center field, dropping quickly. Flagged nicely by John Havers for out number 2. Havers, good-looking center fielder.
Nice job there. As you said, he's tracked it. Saw it right away, got a good jump off the crack of the bat, and tracked it down.
Max away, 3rd baseman, number 10, Todd DeFrancesco.
Todd DeFrancesco, the batter, looking for his first hit. He did reach in an air and score in the 3rd inning, and 2 on, 2 out for North Haven here in the 6th. Strike 1. Good pitch by Mullen. They want to get him out. They don't want Fabianski to come up with a bunch of people on base.
Absolutely not.
This one hit the left center field, hit pretty well. And it's going to be over the head of Havers. Is it out of here? 3-1 homer. That ball just kept carrying by DeFrancesco. Looked like it was going to be caught. Wind blowing out. Just kept carrying and carrying. A big 3-run homer by DeFrancesco. And guess what? North Haven has jumped into the lead with a 3 spot here at 7-6.
And that's a boisterous group of 15 and 16-year-old young men down there, real happy about the bomb by Todd DeFrancesco. And you described it absolutely right, Bob. It just kept going. And if you get a chance to take a look at the American flag out there, just blowing straight out to dead center field. And I'm sure that little bit of wind really helped kind of get that ball going, because at first it looked like Havers kind of had it tracked,
yeah,
Bob, but it just kept on carrying and carrying right out by our center field camera, and it's gone. And you can see there's another good look at the flag blowing. I mean, that wind's just going straight out.
Certainly don't want to minimize DeFrancesco's efforts here with that 3-run homer, because he certainly hit it well. 3-run homer by DeFrancesco, and it's a 7-6 lead for North Haven, and the batter is Fabianski, who's had a great night, 2 for 2, and he homered, solo homer last time up. He rips this one foul down the left field line. Mullen's got to be a little tired, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's getting close to that pitch count that his coach was talking about, of 90 pitches. So it's got to be coming down to the end here for Mullen. Mullins, 89 pitches, so the magic number of 90 will be right here. This will be his 90th pitch. 60 for strikes tonight.
Rips another one foul on the left field line.
Ooh. Make it 61 for strikes on 90 pitches.
They're starting to turn on Mullen a little bit. They're really getting around on him. 2 out, 3-run homer in the 6th by DeFrancesco. Big hit of the ball game so far. But West Deptford with 2 more at-bats.
You see Fabianski still grabbing at that left arm of his where he got hit by the bat an inning ago. Tough job behind the plate. Catchers get beat up constantly.
Another foul ball. Got a couple hitters in this North Haven lineup, don't they?
Oh, yeah.
Scored 14 runs in their opening win. They were pretty much in check by Mullen most of this game, but erupted here for 3. Another foul ball. He's really getting around.
The lights are on now here at Union Field as the clouds continue to thicken. Rain is definitely on the way, Bob.
Yeah, I hope we can get this contest in. Still 0-2 to Fabianski. 1-2. So a couple of home runs by North Haven. Fabianski with a solo shot in the 5th and a 3-run homer here by DeFrancesco in the 6th. 1-2 pitch. 2-2. And on deck is another guy who's been ripping the ball all over the place tonight, Stefano. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Good job there by Mullen as he retires Fabianski in a strikeout. But a lot of damage by North Haven in the 6th. 3-run homer by DeFrancesco. We played 5.5. And North Haven back in the lead, 7-6. Mike Shute and Bob Shryock from West Deptford. It is bottom of the 6th. West Deptford, which has led most of the game, now finds itself trailing North Haven, Connecticut 7-6 in this winner's bracket game in the tournament opener for West Deptford. Dan Golden, who struggled still on the mound for North Haven, now finds himself in a position where he can win the game.
First baseman, Bill Baker.
And Bill Baker leads off for West Deptford in the 6th. He struck out his only other time up and was pinch hit for.
Golden's pitch count now at 102 after that pitch. .55 strikes.
Good play by Golden. He'll take it himself unassisted. Don't see that too often. Unassisted out by Golden on the bouncer back to the mound by Baker. 1 down.
West Deptford really needs to make Golden work here this inning. He's got to be tired. Over 100 pitches.
Eric Petrosky.
He's been out there for a long time. It's a hot day. It's a humid day. Make him work.
Eric Petrosky has struck out twice and takes strike 1 from Golden. Golden, since the 3rd inning, has pitched well. He has retired 8 of the last 9. Ball on a strike to Petrosky. Strike 2. West Deptford down by a run. Two and 2 to Petrosky. Fouled back. Still 2 and 2. West Deptford down to its last 5 outs. To left center field, hanging up for Shatzoff, makes the catch for out number 2. Hit well by Petrosky, but it's an out. Alex Dalsey, the top of the order for West Deptford. Alex is 1 for 2, base hit, walk, 2 runs scored.
Number 2, third baseman.
Got to give Golden some credit, Mike, because he has had a couple of rugged innings, to say the least, and has hung in there and otherwise pitched pretty well.
Yeah, he's really battled back after that tough 3rd inning where he faced all 9 batters, gave up 5 hits. Since then, it's been almost cruise control, Bob.
Hit to the right side, should be an easy play, and is Rencher to Di Stefano for out number 3. A 1-2-3 6th inning pitched by Golden. We played 6 full from West Deptford. It's North Haven, Connecticut 7 and West Deptford 6. Seventh inning baseball from West Deptford.
Number 3,
North
first
Haven
baseman,
bats
Frank
and a
Stefano.
position switch for West Deptford. Mullen, who pitched the first 6 innings, now at third base. Third baseman Alex Dalsey pitching in relief. And the batter is Frank Di Stefano, who's had a big game at the plate. And takes strike 1 from Dalsey. Di Stefano has a couple of doubles, 2 for 3, and has hit all 3 of his shots in the same area in left center field.
Dalsey was the pitcher of record in West Deptford's last victory, which was the District 15 championship game. A 6-1 win in which West Deptford beat Deptford.
0-2 to Di Stefano. Dalsey's job to shut down North Haven and give West Deptford a chance to win it in the 7th. Don't want to give them any more runs. Swung on a miss, strike 3. Good heater inside by Dalsey. That's 1 out.
Nice job by Dalsey coming in here, getting the job done here in the 7th inning. Like you said, Bob, doesn't want to give North Haven anything else and try and give his team a chance to win this game.
Dan Golden
Number 6, pitcher Dan Golden.
Wins the Hang Tough Award tonight for the way he's stuck with it as a pitcher for North Haven after a couple of bad innings. Dalsey looks sharp. 0-1.
Yeah. Golden, of course, has thrown 6 innings, 1 for 3 at the plate with a single. He's thrown 110 pitches over those 6 innings, 61 for strikes. And as you said, he really has hung in there. I mean, he got banged around pretty good in that 3rd inning by West Deptford, but he really battled back. Retired, 11, I guess, of the next 12 batters he faced at that point. So, yes, absolutely, give him a lot of credit.
0-2 to Golden, who is 1 for 3 on the night. A base hit his last time up. Dalsey come in throwing strikes.
Matter of fact, for Golden, since he gave up a 3rd inning single to Bill Prinz with 1 out, he has not allowed a hit since then, and only has allowed 1 base runner, and that was a walk in the 5th to John Havers. So Golden really does deserve a lot of credit here for just giving, like I said, just giving his team a chance to win the game.
Try to put a little extra on that fastball. 1-2.
I don't know if Golden's going to get a chance to go the complete game, though. It looked like there was some activity down there for North Haven.
John Havers ranging to his right and catches up to it. He has almost lost him. I like him as a center fielder, though. He gets a good jump on the ball. That's 2 outs.
Number 2, right fielder Dave Kresge.
That's 4 putouts in center field by John Havers. Dave Kresge, the batter, is looking for a hit. Kresge does have a hit on it. He's 1 for 3.
With that on that crazy play at the end of the 5th inning.
Can't read my own scoreboard.
Scored 8-5-3.
Bounce. Nice job by Dalsey. Soft cross. Good 1-2-3 inning by Dalsey. Just what the West Deptford team needs. So we played 6.5. West Deptford coming to bat in the home 7th inning. It's a 7-inning ball game. We'll see if West Deptford can pull it out. We'll be right back.
David Kresge went for right field.
Mike Shute and Bob Shryock at West Deptford. West Deptford coming to bat in their home 7th inning. The West Deptford fans are going to try to get their team motivated here in their last at bat. Let's see if West Deptford can pull it out in this Eastern Regional Winners Bracket contest. Some good hitters coming up for West Deptford. Havers, Casey Havers, Wolf, and Mullen, 2, 3, 4 hitters. New pitcher in the game for North Haven, and that is Todd DeFrancesco, who hit the big 3-run homer that has his team in the lead, so he has a chance to hit a game-winning home run and get a save in the same contest.
Stefano goes to right field.
Stefano's in right field.
Golden goes to first base.
Golden's on first.
Kresge goes to third base.
Kresge's on third. All position switches
Now pitching for Max Sinoway,
North Haven.
and Todd DeFrancesco. Moving to right field, number 3, Frank DeStefano. Playing first base, number 16, Golden. Playing third base, number 2,
All kind of changes for North Haven. Casey Havers, 1 for 2, walk, base hit, 2 runs scored, and strike 1 from DeFrancesco.
West Deptford has to think base runners here.
At the second base should be an easy play. And they get that big first out, venture over to Stefano for out number 1. And that'll bring Ryan Wolf to the plate. Ryan has scored a run. He is 0 for 2, reached on an error and walked. West Deptford down to its final 2 outs.
Number 1, right fielder Ryan Wolf.
Foul down the right field line. That might be in fair territory. Nice job by the right fielder. That's a new right fielder, right?
Yeah, that's Frank Stefano out there in right field.
Stefano. And that's 2 outs. Now West Deptford with only 1 more out. Frank Mullen, they would like to bring John Havers to the plate. Mullen is 0 for 2 with a sacrifice fly.
Mullen now's got to be thinking, get on base any way possible. Of course, he pitched six innings, gave up that home run that's given North Haven the lead. So I'm sure he's thinking revenge up there, and any way he can get on base, he's going to try and do so.
Strike 1, and DeFrancesco has come in throwing strikes, done a nice job. Ball 1, ball and a strike to Mullen. Last hope for West Deptford. He needs to get on base. And strike 2, so now West Deptford down to its final strike. This will be a nice comeback win by North Haven if they're going to hang on. They trailed 6-2 at one point in this game.
Absolutely. It's also one of those kind of things, Bob, where you win a game like this and it really springs you. It springs you forward into other things, and possibly an Eastern Regional Championship if they're taking the first step towards it anyway.
2-2 count to Mullen. And a full count.
And you see the line score in the top left corner of your screen there. And 6 runs, 5 hits for West Deptford. All 5 of those hits, Bob, came in the 3rd inning.
That is an ironic statistic, isn't it? Full count pitch. Bounced up the middle. Shortstop has a play. And he got him. Oh, what a great job by the shortstop, Morales. And the first baseman with a great stretch for the out, and North Haven is rallied on a 3-run homer by DeFrancesco in the 6th, and then DeFrancesco's 1-2-3 out save in the 7th to win this game 7-6. Second win for North Haven. And West Deptford, tough loss, Mike, by West Deptford. They looked like they had this one when they were up 6-2.
Absolutely, and I think that was the problem, Bob. They thought they had it at that point. And it looked like they just kind of put the bats down and said, all right, well, we got this one. And obviously they did, and as North Haven just kept slugging away. So, of course, the big 3-run home run in the 6th inning by Todd DeFrancesco is what provided the winning margin. A great pitching effort by Dan Golden, who just worked hard out there to keep his team in the game. And Golden, kind of fittingly, as he's cheered on by the North Haven, Connecticut crowd, Golden fittingly was the one who made the pick there at first base to end the game. So kind of got the last touch of the ball in that game after he really worked hard to help his team win the game.
You need some good bats in the lineup in a tournament like this, and North Haven has them, Mike, with DeFrancesco, Fabianski, and Stefano in the middle of the lineup in the 3, 4, 5 spots, and all 3 of them delivered tonight.
Yeah, they got big production from those 3 hitters, and that really provided the difference here, a 7-6 victory for North Haven, Connecticut. So they will move on in the winner's bracket, Bob, as they will continue their quest towards Bangor, Maine, where that is the site of the Senior Little League World Series. So North Haven, Connecticut will move on to play the winner of the next game here, which is the defending champions South Vineland against Massapequa, New York. West Deptford then drops down into the losers bracket, where they will be playing against Hanson, Massachusetts. No, I'm sorry, they will be playing against. They move into the losers bracket to play an opponent to be determined yet, but still a losers bracket game further down the line. But they right now, at least everyone still has a shot. It's a double elimination tournament, Bob, so everyone still has a chance. It's tough to come back from that losers bracket, though, and win the region. And according to the media information, no team has come back after losing their first game to win the region. So West Deptford has its work cut out for it.
Okay, tough road coming up for West Deptford. They have a 6-2 lead but can't hold on. Final score, North Haven 7, West Deptford 6. 3-run homer by Todd DeFrancesco. The difference in this one. For Mike Shute, this is Bob Shryock. Thanks for watching on Comcast.